Do a signature countdown.
Let's do it. 3,
3,
2, 1.
1.
Welcome to RPG Archive.
Woo!
We got another round of Q&A. We got
Q&A.
But this time I've got Teddy from Majority.
Howdy. What's up, people?
He's the unofficial second host of the show. Obviously, he's got his own channel, Majority, and we do the button mappers together. And lately, he's been killing it with Mega Man. I just saw you stream Mega Man 5.
Dude, I really did.
I know that you weren't really excited about Mega Man, maybe not even that long ago. What happened?
Shovel Knight.
Really?
Oh, dude, I don't... You know what it was? Babe, I have the date of when I played Mega Man 1 again.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was either leading up to or after Shovel Knight. What was it? This year, I think, did it for March or something. We discussed doing it. I had known, Shovel Knight draws influence from Mega Man. Should probably just know my roots or whatever. I played it. It's still tough as nails. Played through Shovel Knight a month later. And I dug it. Dug. Being the man that I am, I played through Mega Man 1 without any save states immediately after. And I was like, you know what? I think I can do this for Mega Man 2. I had never done it before. I did. And then I went straight to Mega Man 3. It was tough. Alex helped me get over the hurdle. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep going. So I did 4. Now I did 5. And review coming soon. I don't know when you'll have this up, but I'm going to work on it immediately after this recording.
I'll race you.
Really?
Yeah. Should be up pretty quickly here.
Race me for that. I thought you meant a Mega Man speed run.
No. I will lose terribly. I noticed that they're almost they all seem like a parabola of quality. Because I noticed that 1, 2, and 3 you hold pretty highly, and then 4 you seem to not be as fond of. Can I get a spoiler on 5, or you want to save it?
Parabola goes back up.
Oh, okay, good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Was 5 on the NES as well?
Yes. I think 6 is the last NES game.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's good to hear.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, I guess we can get started. Jump right in.
Yeah. For those viewers who don't know, you got to check out the Discord to leave a question. And, you can leave the question. Will we answer it? That's another story.
If it's good. Yeah, make sure that you like and subscribe and be there. All right. So yeah, let's check out the Discord Q&A. Let's see what we got. First up is you, Majority. And he asked the all-important question, what is your hype level for Dragon Quest 12?
Let's go. What was my question? I guess since it's my question, I'll ask you first. What's your hype level for Dragon Quest 12?
So almost no new info has come out since we last talked about this. And that was, 2 years ago that we did it? I think. That was my first...
I feel like it was a December thing.
It was my first big video was that one that we did. The first one that got any kind of views. I think it only got 500 or something at the time, but that was pretty high for me. Yeah, Dragon Quest 12. As time goes on, I get a little bit more nervous about it. Obviously, I'm hyped for it, but I've decided in my brain that I'm not exactly thrilled that they're saying they want to take it in a dark direction, because I specifically like that Dragon Quest is not dark. So, knowing almost nothing about it other than that, and they theoretically want to change up the combat, for whatever reason, I have faith that they won't change the combat too drastically, so I'm not necessarily freaked out about that, but the darkness part I'm a little bit nervous about. So I guess my hype level would be a 7. And the only reason it's not a 10 is because I don't want it to be a dark game.
2 years ago, by the way, I just checked. So wait, how bad are the Discord beeps?
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything.
Good. Okay, thank goodness. I'm protecting the mic. It's not. It's on that computer, which I don't know how to. Oh, oh, I did they say it's gonna be dark?
Yeah, they said that they're going to try to take it into a darker direction.
Okay.
That's literally it. I mean, it's like a sentence of knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, do with that what you will.
Yeah.
That was the yeah, I know you heard it. With that what you will, because there's really no thing to base it off of except for I think what Dragon Quest XI is, and knowing what Dragon Quest XI is, I'd say Dragon Quest XII is going to be a banger. Like I don't see them going backwards from here. Seems like Dragon Quest XI is the biggest entry in the series. So having that be the most recent game, I do think we have a lot to look forward to. They're also taking their time with it, so that's a good sign, usually, or maybe not. I don't know. That could be bad. No gameplay revealed, so I don't anticipate this being a Metroid Prime 4. I see this more being like the SMT5 thing, where it's like announce it and then come out 5 years later. I don't know.
You know, I thought about the whole Dragon Quest 11 because I'm like, yeah, Dragon Quest 11 was really great, and I mean, it's really all you can ask for when you ask for a modern day Dragon Quest. But then another game from a similar series popped into my head, and that game is Final Fantasy IX. So what Final Fantasy IX is like an overview of the series up to that point, and like a celebration of it. So they have like they draw in from all the other games. And technically, I think Final Fantasy XI was that as well. And then from then on, I haven't really liked any Final Fantasy that's come out. So I'm like, part of me's I'm trying to stay positive. I know it's a completely different series, so they have different ethics and morals. That's a weird way to describe it. I think I'm looking for a different word there, but I think I'm trying to stay positive. But if it were like that same concept, then the series will only go downhill from here. And trying to kick that out of my head and just be like, they don't necessarily have to do that. But part of me is like, they really did just put everything into 11 that's like the past. And then maybe they're trying to cut it off there. Scary.
Do you think that Dragon Quest ever stopped doing that? I do. I think it stopped that at 9 maybe, but you could argue that 9 still like held some of the staples intact. I think it just sacrificed in terms of like narrative to explore or the adventure thing.
Now that we've played basically all of them, at first I always thought they were all very similar, but they're actually all kind of different. So I don't know. That's a hard question. Yeah, they all seem to carry over, and some of them even like verbally, like through text, will have nods to the other ones. But 11 in particular is like it pulls in a lot. It even has like the same music, the same like it has like motifs from the other games. I remember the desert one in particular that they just basically stole, and they even stole like complete scenes from other games. So I'm like, I'm scared that that's their way of saying we've done everything now for the fans. Now it's time to do something else.
Minecraft.
Oh, well, hopefully they got all that out of there
already.
The builders, yeah. All right, you good with that?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, next question. What other Dragon Quest game deserves to have its own movie? I'll preface this with the Dragon Quest movie that exists, I think, is terrible and should actually be 3 movies. That would make it awesome. Like the child, the middle age, and then the conclusion. That would be phenomenal. So before we do that, let's make that.
Sure.
But okay, but erasing that one. Okay, what deserves its own movie? Did you have one in mind when you thought about this?
No, not really. And with Dragon Quest V, I think that the game itself does deserve its own movie. Just the execution was bad.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I mean that one the most because it's even structured almost like a movie. Like it's the way it's just organized is probably the most story competent game in the series. Maybe even one of the more story focused video games that does it successfully. So yeah, that one definitely. 4 would be a pretty good movie because the like ensemble cast. Hmm. 1 would be interesting, but I mean, there's not a lot of characters. But maybe they could dress it up a little bit. Well, those are the two I think I would pick: 4 and 1.
Okay, I can see it. 4 would be cool because of the whole like variety in characters, multiple protagonists, and they're all coming together. 1 I think would be too short.
Yeah,
it would be
they
a
would.
good short film, maybe.
They would have to spruce it up. They'd have to get like add characters that maybe weren't in it, but could just help.
3 has potential. I think 3 could be cool if you just stick with a standard party. Like Final Fantasy 1, now that I've played it, has a pretty standard party.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people on the outside looking in, even though you can pick your 6 characters, are going to think of like the warrior, the monk, the white mage, and the black mage.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just the warrior, the white mage, and the black mage, and then who do you want as the fourth guy?
Yeah. And I think it's similar with Dragon Quest 3. You have a hero. Do you have a hero even? I don't.
Yeah, 3's got the hero who also changes classes, but he's still a hero.
Right, because of his dad. Yeah, okay, I get that. The dad shows up for a scene. The hero, you have a warrior in your party. You have a person who becomes a sage, whether it's a gadabout or a mage or whoever, I guess. And you have a priest.
But does that make a movie though?
No, but the 6 tablets or whatever do.
Okay, yeah.
The island with like the 6-headed dragon. There's like a pirate area, I want to say, or maybe that's in 2. I don't know.
No, there's a pirate area in 3. That's where
Merchant.
One of them was like
Merchant
buried
Quest?
or something.
Yeah. There's a merchant quest.
That'd be like a sad goodbye to say bye to your merchant friend. I assume in the movie you wouldn't just immediately get by, like have him join your party and then trade him, but
It's like the Butterfree episode.
yeah.
Merchant.
All right. Okay, we got an interesting one here again by you. You are nominated director of the next Pokemon iteration. Insert 2 diametrically opposed things. Let's do Salt and Pepper.
Love it.
What direction do you take it in?
Pokemon Salt and Pokemon Pepper. Basically Black and White 3.
A long time ago, I think we asked something like this on the Button Mappers. And what I described ended up basically being Pokemon Arceus. It was like make it an adventure game with. I would tighten that up though and make it a little more linear, like something more closer to like Tomb Raider or something. But you have Pokemon and you can fight them. But let the Pokemon help you traverse the world a little bit more. But in general, it's basically Arceus. I don't know. What about you?
Maybe more emphasis on 1,000+ Pokemon, just catching them all. It seems like they shied away from that. What if it was just like nothing but Pokemon battles?
So stadium?
Not really, but you could still have wild battles. I don't know, like it seems like there's always a lot of fluff, in Pokemon games.
Yeah, well, that's why I like the first one so much. Is that there wasn't much. It was like go from town to town. There might have been something to do there, but it wasn't like shoved in your face so much. Most of it was just the battles and then gym battles, gym, and then as the series progressed, now there's like before it was just Team Rocket was your enemy, and they just kind of they were like roadblocks. But now, like, every character has this grand story about the galaxy and the universe, and it's like a mixture of Final Fantasy and Pokemon. Yeah, I hate it. Like, just give me like a raw Pokemon game.
What if it's like you enter the Rock Stadium and it's like nothing but Geodudes or like Geodudes and Gravelers. Like it's a battle royale of like just rock Pokemon. You're like locked in and you have to fight your way out. And like every gym battle was like that.
So in Scarlet and Violet, they kind of have that.
Okay.
There's like these like bases that have a bunch of people, and they just throw out all their Pokemon, and you throw out yours, and it's just like you said, like a battle royal basically of just Pokemon fights, and it was fun.
Maybe
It's actually pretty
I should
cool.
have played it.
So yeah, that would be neat.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess that would be it. Is get rid of the story. It's like I would take away. I would remove things from the series instead of add.
Yeah, and maybe take out the baby mode stuff, like the XP share.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. All right. Next up, we have Turbo Zone. It says, "Do you like pretzels now?" So that's gonna get a ban.
And
So what we're doing is we're gonna ban
ban.
him, and you will be unbanned. What's the other? Yeah, let's just do the other one. Server rules, so I don't have to type. You'll be banned until the next Q&A. Oh, I wish it said something. Maybe I'll put like a. Can I put like a thing on here? I'll have to find a good one. I'll just put Clucooland for now.
Nice.
So I'll remember to unban him in the next round. All right. Next up, we have Miguel, aka Multimaster, aka future rock star, or current rock star. He's current rock star. He said that's a valid question. That's almost bannable right there, but I'm gonna let it pass. Are you ready for my questions? That's almost bannable right there.
On the line, bro.
What's better?
Tiptoeing it.
Yeah, he's on thin ice. What's better, Final Fantasy II or Dragon Quest Builder? That's you're teetering right now with that terrible question.
It's not a good question.
It's a bad question.
Not a banned question, I think.
Poppy Polite. That's Dragon Quest Poppy.
Yo.
Make sure you check out his channel.
What's up, Poppy? Poppy and the Papitos.
Who's got the hottest waifus?
Oh,
I like
shit.
this. Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, or SMT?
Ooh, throwing a monkey wrench there. What are the waifus of Dragon Quest? Let's see. Era. Bianca. And
They're the literal
Serene.
wives, because waifus is like ideally they would be like,
hotties.
yeah, hotties.
Yeah.
And then you got Jessica,
Okay.
and in the new one you have what's her face, Jade, and I guess Serena. I get that thrown around, but I don't think I wouldn't put her over Jade. But and then
I'm a classic guy. I like the Dragon Warrior 3 Warrior Princess Babe template.
ooh yeah, it's like Themyscira from 4. Like they all look like that, like Valkyrie type ladies.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's a hot waifu right there. Then even from 4, like the Melina Maya. Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot! How did I forget them? They're like my favorites. Ooh.
Up there.
But here's the problem: is Final Fantasy has Tifa,
Yeah.
and that's like the iconic one.
It ranks up there. What else does Final Fantasy have?
Princess Garnet is a little young, but if we're theory crafting, I think we can age her up a little bit because she's supposed to be that.
Time has passed, you know.
There's always one in like each of the games, and they have lightning. I'm not really into that. Lulu was in 10. So your black mage. And then SMT. I feel like they're a little young for me on that one.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up because it's like it's set in high school.
Yeah, they're all high school kids. So
That's a trap.
yeah, we're not gonna fall for that one.
Okay, there's a teacher in Nocturne.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Final Fantasy. I think it's got the more iconic ones.
Well, just based on knowledge of the series, I'll go Dragon Quest. You gotta represent,
Present the quest.
and Quest Papo.
Royce says Dragon Quest Builder 1 sucks because most of your buildings get destroyed by each area end boss. Dragon Quest Builder 2 is not like that, therefore it is better. That is not a question, Royce. So you've earned yourself you've timed out for a week
Wow. Put yourself in timeout.
as punishment.
What's the icon for that?
Well, that one I don't need it because it's there's a red circle there, but it's only a week, so they'll be back. Miguel again, Multimaster says, "What's better, Dragon Quest Builder 1 or Dragon Quest Builder 2?" Is that bannable, or do you think we should answer it? I guess it's fair.
Better
right?
than the other versus question.
You're on very, very thin ice, but I'm down to answer that. I think 2 is better. It's just more and bigger.
I think 2 lets you ride on monsters.
I haven't played enough of it, so I can confirm or deny.
Neither. Supposedly.
All right. Majority's back.
Java 2.
Who's got better husbandos? Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, or SMT? I think on this one I'd have to say Dragon Quest.
Crass.
Because Final Fantasy, they're usually like kind of Metro
boys.
dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Dragon Quest. Like if we're even just sticking to heroes, the one from 6 is freaking ripped. He's basically like Chrono. He like huge arms. He's just like ready to fucking fight. So
Carver. Holy shit.
Carver,
That's
I mean-
husband. Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna go
Or so.
Dragon Quest for that one. What about you?
Yeah. Obviously Dragon Quest. These heroes are ripped. Ready to protect their assets.
What's your most
Dragon Quest.
What's your most memorable creation in a Dragon Quest Builder game?
Built a fortress around a town in Dragon Quest Builders 1 that I protected from the Golem. I don't even know what you call those things. The stone guys,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just a town. I guess I don't really remember them. I guess they weren't that significant, but I was proud of it at the time. All right, BioPhoenix here.
Phoenix here.
What 3DS game do you think should get a remaster or remake on modern platforms? Fuck, that's a good question. If you said what DS game, I would say Dragon Quest 9. But he didn't.
What are the 3DS games? Even.
Do you want me to stick to RPGs or just do them all?
I don't care. Do what you want.
Let's do RPGs.
Your channel, your life.
Do RPGs.
I want Story of Seasons. The Return to Popolo Craw.
I wouldn't pick that. No, it's seeing that on the big screen. Wait. All right. We have I have top 25 according to RPG Fan.
Okay.
Since 1998. So I'm sure they're Final Fantasy nuts. Anyway, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions.
It's all right.
Ever Oasis.
Oh.
That one they could do something with. Maybe just a new entry into that.
How about Never Oasis?
Oh my god. Rune Factory 4. Well, they kind of do that
Factory
already.
4. More like Ruined Factory. Boar.
Plus, they've already done 5, and they're coming out with 6. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Well, we know it's gonna happen.
That's it.
Oh wait, never mind. Not that one. I was thinking of the newer ones. Whatever the X and Y, I'm sure they'll remake at some point.
Like Pokemon Dookie and Start a Fire in the trash.
These ones I don't even think count. But Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I don't really think of Phoenix Wright as a RPG.
I'm not going to count it, but always down for some Zelda Ocarina of Slime.
Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valencia. That was already a remake.
That's already bad.
Oh, was it bad? I never played it.
Wasn't good.
Yeah. Kingdom
Potential.
Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Kingdom what? No. Skip.
Bravely Second End Layer. That was a good game.
Bravely second place equals first to lose.
Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the Forgotten Past.
I'm not going to diss that.
Maybe. I don't know. Obviously, it's already been remade. That is the remake. Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. That's an interesting one. They already did. I wouldn't have said it's possible, but they're doing it with Etrian Odyssey, so I guess.
Did you actually map the map
Yeah.
in Q?
But it has its own auto thing to it, just like the newer Etrian Odysseys do.
We need it? Nah.
Probably not. Oh, well, by the time the new Persona comes out, maybe they'll do another Persona Q.
Sing all morning.
Xenoblade Chronicles already happened. Tales of the Abyss.
Belongs in an abyss.
Hell yeah, dude. Bravely Default. They're Bravely Default too, I guess. It's close enough.
Bravely at fault.
Pokemon X and Y. That's the one I thought, it's gonna happen at some point.
X and Y. We're like, why?
This is an interesting one. I think we're gonna start getting into the more interesting answers here.
Okay.
Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux.
It's already a remaster rake.
Yeah, but it was from like a DS game, right?
So you want to put it on a 4DS?
They could they could like really overhaul it with some awesome graphics, I think. But yeah.
Strange Journey? Dude, that one's got nothing. That's bare bones. It's literally in Antarctica where nothing is.
They figure out how to make it interesting.
We'll add polar bears. Next.
Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology. Nah,
You're not a fan of that, right?
not really. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh. Here's the answer. This is the one. Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Compared to everything else, yeah. That's the obvious one.
I think that might be my pick. Theater Rhythm is whatever. Zero Escape. No, that's like isn't Zero Escape a text or a visual novel? Zelda Link Between Worlds. Dragon Quest 8. Number 1 is Fire Emblem Awakening. I'm gonna go with SMT4. I think that would be my pick.
Yeah, I'd have to echo that one. I'd like Apocalypse too. I think that would be cool. If you went like the DS, I think the DS has got more untapped potential because even half of these are either Pokemon or like remakes already.
Yeah.
So it makes it weird to answer. Or Fire Emblem.
Right.
What other 3DS RPGs are there even?
They didn't list the newer Fire Emblem that was on the 3DS, did they?
Echoes is the newest, so the one in between they didn't.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. That's weird because that was like the big one. I guess Awakening.
It's probably too complicated for them. So the DS game you said was which?
Dragon Quest 9.
Oh, I would go the Darkspire.
Oh, okay. That would be cool.
Yeah.
It's like a dark, like black and white, right? Like,
Not black and white, but it is like computer generated style graphics.
okay.
Really old school.
All right. Next question. Multimaster, what was your favorite moment in Golden Sun? You are. I'm not going to ban you, but I am going to time you out because we were supposed to play that and you abandoned me. So you'll be banned, kicked out for 1
Anyone
week.
else is sort of abandoned? And
All right. Next up is Dragon Quest Poppy again. You guys like a little horny or something? How would you react if your favorite waifu / husbando met you and rejected you and instead chose to lay with your best friend?
and
You want to ban him on
banning him
that?
for that. Yeah, but let's just read this next question. See if it's any better.
All right. Poppy, Spencer, and I guess we'll just do this for both of us. You're being forced to kill one of the franchises you see in the picture. Which one are you killing and why? That's not a bad question. Now, is the assumption that this could be seen one of two ways? Is it remove all of their content entirely or just cut it off so they can't make any new content?
Kill a franchise. I mean, you can't erase every game from existence.
Okay, so just no more new ones.
Yeah. Unless you're like the Dragon Quest hunter.
Scary.
Or to erase Dragon Quest from all time.
But see, that would be tricky because there's games that reference it. Even Final
Right.
Fantasy references it.
So what would society be today without Dragon Quest?
That would be damn nothing.
But I guess the memories would still be there. You wouldn't erase it from never having happened. You would just erase any copy that exists, digital or physical.
So, like, do we want to say erases everything or just erases, like, no more future?
No more future for simplicity's sake.
No more future. Okay.
It's an
Etrian
obvious
Odyssey.
answer. Yeah, Etrian. It's done. There's nothing left.
All right. Poppy,
Don't ban him. Just give him the timeout.
you are timed out for 1 week. Think about your actions. Think about what you said here.
Yeah.
And that's it for Q&A. Good questions for the most part.
Most of them were mine.
That's true. Well, thanks for joining me, Teddy.
Spencer, thanks for having me.
Make sure you watch his Mega Man 5 review. Spoiler alert, it's his favorite of the series.
I did not say that. Might be. We'll have to watch to find out.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Oh, yeah.